Hi guys, how are you all doing? I hope you're in the best of health. I hope you're drinking water and minding your business. If this is your first time on this channel, my name is Enii and it's so very nice to meet you. I make content on student advice, medicine, lifestyle, and natural hair. So today we're going to be talking about the advantages and disadvantages of studying in Ukraine. If this is something you would like to know, please do keep on watching. Okay guys, so this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna do one advantage and one disadvantage. Hopefully we can try to even them out or not, I don't know. So the first reason on the advantages side, of course, why people come to Ukraine is because Ukraine is cheap. Like, not necessarily cheap, but I mean it's cheap to study in Ukraine. Like, it's cheap to study. And why I'm saying this is because it's cheap to study medicine in Ukraine. Like, have you googled schools? I mean, obviously, like, it's still thousands of dollars that you're going to be spending, you know, but as compared to other countries, I mean, before I came here, I did my own research as well, and guys, what I was saying was like $22,000. Like, my eyes was just turning on its own. Anyways, that is it for another day. It is cheap and it is kind of easy on the pockets because some schools even let you pay per semester. So, you know, this is a great option for you if you are on a budget. Another set of people that this budget-friendly option will favor will be obviously people, Americans and British people. I mean, so they can just like avoid loans and avoid debts and whatnot. You don't want to graduate and be paying back for like half of the next years of your life. You understand? So that's about it. Alrighty. So on the disadvantages side, first off is if you are Nigerian, which I believe you are since you're watching this video, you are going to be putting in extra work to ace your NDCN. Why are you putting in extra work? I mean, obviously, curriculum is not the same. Like, I don't even know how I'm going to explain this so that you guys are going to get it. But, like, Ukraine is teaching, Nigeria is teaching. But the two teach 1+1. Do you understand? You just have to experience both of them to understand for yourself what I'm trying to say. So, I mean, if you are graduating from Ukraine and you have plans or maybe going back to Nigeria to gain some experience, or going back to Nigeria because you have like hospitals reaching out to you for you to like come work, or like you have placements, or someone that settled you, like one grand uncle or something, my dear, you are going to be putting in extra work to ace your MDCNs. Like, while every exam has its own stress levels, I just feel like it's quite a lot. Okay, on the advantages side, you have free time to explore other passions of like your life, basically, you know, because I mean, while you're in medical school, I'm all out for medical schools or medical students not only being about medicine. Do you understand? I'm not saying no, don't be in your books and all. No, I'm not saying. What I'm saying is like explore your passions, know yourself, discover you. You know, like if you like to draw or sing crappy music or something, like just it gives you that time. And why I'm saying this is because the curricula is it's a little like you have some free time on your hands, you know. Like, I know there's some people be like, we don't have like our own national holidays and whatnot, which I don't want to put on the disadvantage tab, but it's like, I mean, you are, if you're in the system already, then you'd find that you've already had time to explore your passions, like, or other passions that you might have, or I don't know, man. Okay, so on the disadvantages tab, Ukraine is not in any current body. When I mean body, I mean like all those group of countries, all those things. Why I say this is a disadvantage to you who's coming is because, I mean, you want to come somewhere where there is already an edge. Just imagine me saying that. I'm coming all the way from the United States of America. How? Or I'm a medical student in maybe Illinois, I'll be how do they used to call it? Yo guys, like, you get what I mean. So it's like, because we currently are not in any of the bodies, I know Ukraine is trying to get into the EU or something. I don't know when that bill is going to be signed, but because that is not the case right now, that means that anything you're doing or any endeavors or any research or anything of that sort that you're doing, you're going to be considered solely on your merit and on your means. Why did I say merit and means? Merit is what you have up here. Means is what you have in your pocket. The next one on the advantage side is you don't need to pass JAM. I don't know how many people JAM has crippled, but you, like, some people have written JAM a couple of times and JAM has really messed them up. So you actually don't need to pass JAM to get into a university in Ukraine, but I would say this is very subjective. So I would say there are no entrance exams, but this is very subjective because in my uni there were no entrance exams. Then we got in, and I think halfway into first year we had to write some things of that sort. So some things along the lines of English, bio, you know. But this is not difficult, guys. I mean, if you really attended your secondary school, like really attended your secondary school, you will be fine. The next one on this side, you guys already know this side is the disadvantages tab, and this side says there's no working permit. I have spoken on ways that you can make money in this country as a foreign student, and I will try and make a detailed video on getting a job, what you should have, what you should do, that kind of thing. So for getting jobs, you are going to be looking maybe at getting jobs in other countries or whatnot. And this is not a very available option, let me use that word, because I mean, I've been in this country since 2014 and I'm only beginning to come to the full knowledge about that, so let me use that word, or come into the realization of this in 2020. In fact, let me not say 2021, okay, 2020, because I actually started to look things up. So I mean, there's already no working permit, so if you are working a job here, which is not a bad thing to do, like, there's almost not going to be any paperwork for you. Your bosses could be mean to you, because they can be mean to you and get away with it, you know. You can't come and be dragging. Do you get? You just, I'm not saying it will kill you. God, please help me. I'm not saying it will kill you, but I mean, like, obviously, if it is not written out on paper, there is no sign, things and whatnot, and you don't have a permit to back you up by government, you can be messed with. You get? The next thing on the advantages tab, obviously, is you can keep pre-med nowadays. Now, I think I've talked about like getting into how I got into medical school in Ukraine before in one of my previous videos, but basically it was me coming in and then doing pre-med, or we call it PATFAC here. So if you guys hear me say PATFAC, you guys would understand, you know. So it's like you get in late, you're doing pre-med, and then after pre-med you're going to first year. I know in Nigeria, when you do your basic, you're supposed to pass like some sort of exams before you actually get into first year. So if you don't pass the exams properly, but here, it's not like that. You have exams, you will write, but you will pass the exams. You will pass the exams. So I was gonna say, you don't need pre-med anymore these days because schools here are beginning most especially, okay, I'm speaking for my school because I know my school, but I feel like my school has already adopted it, then other schools will do the same eventually, you know. So it's like they've started to do this thing where they take winter guys, the winter batch and the spring batch, you know. So if you don't make it in time for this one, you definitely will make it in time for this one. So it's like, I mean, if this was available as at the time I was coming, I wouldn't have done pre-med. Not saying that pre-med was a fluke or it wasn't fun, but they broke my inner place. The next one on this side is frantic search for postgraduate opportunities, and this is one very big no for me. Like, this is one of my pain points, you know. This is one of the reasons why every time on this channel we talk, like we literally have to sit down and talk, and we are tearing shit, opening brains, you know, doing me, I'm bringing you all my research all the time that I no sleep, all those kind of things. Anyways, that one is by the way. Frantic search for postgraduate opportunities, because this system wasn't made to train you and keep you. Do you understand? This system was made to train you, make money off you, or just make money off you, like plain and simple. Like, some guys are out here and then literally not schooling, if I may use that word, or literally not getting the value out of school, but they're paying their way through, you know. He's working because they have the what? Yeah, smart person. So that's one of the things that you really want to look into. Really look into this one, please, guys. Okay, and then the last one will go to this side as well. So this is the, and I feel like this one should have come first. This is the language barrier, guys. I cannot explain how many times going to pre-med and actually taking the time out to learn the language helped me, you know, because now I think about all the opportunities that I got exposed to, all the conversations that I could partake in, all the kind of invitations, let me start with invitations that I got, you know, because they'd be like, oh, it is nice, ukraińską mowę, tak? Ty rozmawiasz? I'll be like, tak, rozmawiają. I'll be like, wy dużo rozmawiają. I'll be like, dziękuję, ja nawczalась, ja na... So just make sure that if you're coming here and you know that there's going to be a language barrier, and make sure to bridge the gap. Get Google Translate, take the pain to learn the language, or decide that you are going to pay for every time that you don't know. I'm going to give you guys a very classic example. So I and my sister went out, I think earlier today, to get some meat, and we're gonna cook that, obviously, you know. And this is nothing even pertaining to medicine. This is us going to the shop to get meat, and it was already written there, so we already knew the type of meat we get and whatnot, and the cut and everything. And the lady is trying to tell us something, and my sister's like, oh, okay. And she just assumes that the lady means, oh, the meat is nice. And she weighs it and the meat is cheaper than usual. I'm like, hope this is not dead animals' meat or dead, you know, livestock or something. Then I actually ask the lady again when she takes the time out to explain what she means, because obviously I can't know all the terms. Guys, it was actually meats that they keep for household pets that they're selling that we almost would have bought. So that is how crucial it is to not trivialize knowing or like being able to communicate the language, basically. The last thing that I'm going to put out here, this is not on any side. So this is not on the winning side or on the other side, is make sure that you are getting into an accredited university. Guys, Teba Los University, one maybe stamp or something. They don't have high paperwork. How? Well, because I know that a lot of people get in, find out their university is not accredited, and then have to transfer maybe halfway through school, or transfer when they're about to write their finals, you know, to another unit that's accredited. You could save yourself that stress. I'm doing this so you can consider, weigh your options. I mean, I'm all out for making an informed decision. So if you are coming to Ukraine, let that be your informed decision. Amen. What I'm going to do quickly is I'm going to leave you guys with 3 questions that you should ask yourself. This is, I don't want you to look at it that, oh, is this side that is the winning side, or this side is the winning side. No, guys, this is just something that I've really thought about, looked into a lot of stuff, and then written out on. I mean, there could be other things, ton of other things that I don't know yet. So guys, the first question is gonna be, why are you coming to Ukraine? Why are you coming to study in Ukraine? Why are you coming to study medicine in Ukraine? Like, ask yourself these questions. Hopefully they'll help you make an informed decision. Okay, the next one is, what is the end goal for you? Why I'm asking what is the end goal for you is because, man, some of us we are already where we were before we even entered medical school. Guys, we have already reached the skyscraper. So guys, what is the end goal for you in the sense that what's your plan from here? What's your plan moving forward? Then you get abroad, or you go abroad, then what are you doing? You know, look at your life as a progressive pyramid, and even as each step is going to be higher and harder, or take some more effort or something, you know, have a vision or something in mind. Bearing in mind that yes, your plans might change, you know, but at least you had something. The third and last question is, what motivates you? What is your zeal? If you're the type of person that draws energy, or that draws, I don't know, encouragement from your friends and family, you read because other people read, so all of them will pass together. Baby girl, baby boy, if you come here, you're going to be really shocked, because not everyone is here to study, you know. So you have to make sure that if you're coming here, you are someone that can self-motivate yourself. You can talk to yourself and be like, I'm the goat, me. Something like that, like, you know. So I mean, like, just be self-motivated, so help you God. So I hope, guys, that these questions really help you out in making an informed decision. If you have any more questions, I'm going to be all out in the comments section. So if you have any questions, if I can't answer them, I will do some research, or I will refer to someone who can hopefully get your questions answered. So guys, thank you so much for staying with me till the end of this video. If this was helpful to you, share. Thank you so much, guys. Peace and lots of love.